Welcome to the 2025 NASCAR Euro Series, and welcome back to the Circuit Ricardo Tormo, the 13th time that this circuit has hosted Euro NASCAR, and the 12th occasion of the headlining NASCAR Valencia Fest. This circuit always a thrill, 14 corners with lots of overtaking opportunities, and 4 races, 2 for Pro, 2 for the Open class this weekend.
It's all about who visits victory lane here in the NASCAR Euro Series.
No doubt, this year will be my year.
This year I win because I have all the cars to arrive in the victory.
Last of the late breakers into the first corner. He gets the position. Fabulous driving.
We have already 2 championships and we want third one.
I have one obsession and one goal, it's to win.
I'm Patrick Schober and I'm the best NASCAR driver from Austria.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have only one result: get the second ring.
Welcome to Ricardo Tormo here in Valencia.
Are you ready for pure racing?
We kick off the year with the first pro race of the season, and Paul Dufresne is our pole sitter, last year's runner-up in the Euro NASCAR Pro standings, looking to go one better in 2025. Of course, the defending champion Vittorio Garelli is right there alongside him on the front row. PK Carsport's new signing, Thomas Cresonis, along with Liam Hasemans on row 2 of the grid. New faces, returning faces, new team driver combinations, but the same old thrill as Euro NASCAR begins for 2025. It's a drag race down to the first corner. Who's going to have the advantage into the first turn? Looks like it'll be Paul Dufresne. Yes, Paul Dufresne is our race leader, drifting very wide there. Vittorio Garelli really exploring the extremities of the circuit, and that's allowed Thomas Cresonis up into second position. Cresonis on good form, and who's alongside Vittorio Garelli? It's a newcomer to the series, Ivan Muller, the 4-time World Touring Car champion. He moves himself up into third position, racing for his M Racing team, his own squad. And what a thrill to have Ivan with us. They're still side by side as they go towards turn number 6. Lots of drivers going 2 by 2 through this circuit. On paper, it doesn't look like it should be quite so amenable to 2-wide racing here, but it really is. And Ivan Muller is defending hard against the defending champion. Vittorio Garelli finally won that title, and he said it at the top of the broadcast: my objective is to get that second ring. He wants championship number 2. You see there the 11 Illumitech racing car at the back of this queue. That's the 2023 champion, Gianmarco Ercoli. Illumitech Racing, a Canadian squad collaborating this year with Cal Racing to facilitate their entry onto the grid. Gravel being kicked up, drivers really wrestling the cars. One of the thrills of the NASCAR Euro Series is watching these things get absolutely ringed around the corners. The top 2 breaking away majorly on that first lap. Thomas Cresonis is right under the boot lid of Paul Dufresne. Those 2 driving away. Meanwhile, the newcomer from the USA, Garrett Lowe, in the BS Plus competition-backed promotion car. He's fighting with Claudio Remeggio Capelli, the experienced Italian racer, the best beard in the business, and he's fighting at the moment with Garrett Lowe, who is a sim racer by trade. One of the leading lights in the NASCAR series. The first time we've really seen a crossover between NASCAR and the NASCAR International side of things. Very exciting to watch. Garrett Lowe this time looks like he might have got past Claudio Remeggio Capelli. That moves him up to 6th position, or does it? Because Capelli's still with a good run out of the first corner. Sebastian Blakemolen is there fighting with them as well. Then it's Erkeli, and then in 10th place is Jack Davidson. Slightly new look there on that number 21 Lux Motorsport car, but this year he'll be sharing with Mario Erkeli, who races the car in the Open division. What about Thomas Chrysonis, though? What a turn up for the books this is. Only got his first ever top 5 finish in Euro NASCAR Pro at the season finale last year at Zolder. He's been receiving tutelage from Alon Day, the most successful driver in NASCAR Euro Series history. And that tutelage, that coaching, I think it really is paying off. And now switching to PK Carsport, the reigning champions team. A second car added to the PK Carsport lineup for Chrysonis. I think this is a very exciting prospect, but it's still the RDV car of Giuffreau in the lead. Ivan Muller still holding on to 3rd place. Vittorio Garelli having to defend now from Liam Hazemans. There's another new partnership. Retty Jones Racing running that number 30 car in collaboration with Hendricks Motorsport. A cross-Atlantic promotion there. The American Retty Jones Racing team running Jill Linster and that man, Liam Hazemans, across the 2 main divisions of Euro NASCAR racing. Hazemans, who maybe didn't have the best season of his life last year, really wants to get a podium on his first attempt, but he's got Garelli and Ivan Muller to contend with. Muller drifting wide there through 8. And he's making that M Racing car supremely wide, the number 34. That's Thomas Toffel's number, of course. He'll be racing the car in the Open class later on. But Vittorio Garelli finding out what we sort of all already knew, and that's that Ivan Muller doesn't give up any position easily. You don't win World Touring Car Championships, British Touring Car Championships, without having the ability to make your car wide and very hard to get around. Joy to watch that battle. Looks like Garrett Lowe is closing in on them as well. Garelli has a look here to the inside. He's later on the brakes into the first corner. And a lick of flame as he shifts down the new sequential gearbox for this year. They're still side by side. Ivan Muller gets the inside line back on the approach to turn 2, remains in 3rd position, and Liam Hazemans has to steer out of that a little bit to avoid Vittorio Garelli. Now he's on the offensive against Garelli. You heard me briefly mention it there. 5-speed gearbox this year, 5-speed sequential gearbox from Samsonas, the new addition to the package for this year. Some cars still running a 4-speed with a sequential kit on it. Still a very manual car, no auto blip or anything that fancy on the cars. It's still a very physical machine, but the sequential box, a nice new addition for this year. Makes the car feel a lot more racy, of course, banging up and down the box rather than the traditional H pattern. Ivan Muller, with Garelli and Hazemans still in pursuit. This, of course, for 3rd position, and at the bare minimum, Vittorio Garelli wants a podium out of this race. The absolute minimum. Anything but a win, and Garelli is never fully happy. At the moment, he's down in 4th place, and he's at risk with Liam Hazemans behind and Garrett Lowe closing in. And what about this for Garrett Lowe? He's lapping quicker at the moment, then Muller, then Garelli, then Hazemans. The Euro NASCAR 2 champion in Hazemans, the reigning Euro NASCAR Pro champion in Garelli, and an all-time motorsport legend in Ivan Muller, and Garrett Lowe is closing in. Here comes Hazemans to the inside of Vittorio Garelli. Can he get it done at turn 2? Oh, yes he can, but he drifted wide himself there, missed the apex. They're still side by side going through turn 3. Hazemans gets ahead for now. Goes to the inside line there. Oh, and does so on the exit as well to try and cut off the run there for Vittorio Garelli. That might have been quite high acumen driving there from Leo Hazemans. Garelli bouncing off the limiter there. Oh, and Hazemans drifts wide at turn 6. The door beckons open for Vittorio Garelli. Garelli back to 4th position, only very briefly losing it. That's given Van Muller a little bit of breathing room. Can Garelli close back in on the Frenchman? At the front of the order, Giuffreau and Chrysonis are still formation flying. Chrysonis currently has the fastest lap of the race. That would grant him pole position for round 2 of the Euro NASCAR Pro season on Sunday here at Valencia. Paul Giuffreau, as we alluded to, second in last year's standings, the junior champion from last year. He's back in the car, so's Patrick Schauber in the open division as well. RDV competition sticking with their young chargers. It's a proven recipe. Why would you change it? The number 3 car, still with Chrysonis, close behind. It looks to me like Giuffreau has the measure of the situation. The checkered flag beckons for Paul Giuffreau. He is the race winner, the first Euro NASCAR Pro race of 2025. And it goes to RDV competition and Paul Giuffreau on his adopted home turf of Valencia, an area he loves so much. The fans love to see him win.
Paul, what a fight, what a race, and an incredible race win here at Circuit Ricardo Tormo. Your fans behind your back, How are you feeling?
Not bad. No, it's really nice. It's really nice. As the plan wanted me to go, exit the first turn P1 and finish P1. Thomas has had a really good pace, to be honest. At the moment, I wanted to manage the pace to get a fresh tire for tomorrow, but he was really pushing hard after behind me, and then my spotter told me that he had a 10-second penalty, so I wasn't really taking care of him anymore, but congratulations to him, he was really good, and happy to finish this first race first.
Delight for the Valencian fans watching Paul Giuffreau, who used to holiday here pretty much every year, loves Valencia. The Frenchman celebrates on the top step of the podium. As he alluded to, Thomas Chrysonis had a penalty for track limits towards the end of the race, but remains in second place ahead of Van Muller. Paul Giuffreau wins the junior trophy classification, and Kenko Miura takes the first Challenger Trophy victory of the year. Lots for the fans to see and do here, and of course, Euro NASCAR 2 just after the pro race for them all to look forward to. Lots going on off track and on track here at Valencia.
Thomas Chrysonis, what a phenomenal lap.
Well, I don't have to say anything because, in the end, all that matters is the race. But to be for the first time, starting from the pole position, but from the qualifying procedure, actually knowing that at least today I am the fastest person here, it's a good feeling. We work a lot for this. So the only thing left now is to make a good start and to bring it home. It's to be calm, not to make mistakes like last year where I crashed on the first lap. So this year I think we came back smarter, stronger, so it will be a different race completely.
Your Strom Watches Pole Award winner in the Euro NASCAR Open Division, that man, Thomas Chrysonis, speaking to us on Saturday morning in that clip. Into Saturday afternoon now with the racing, and Chrysonis yet to win a race in the world of Euro NASCAR. Could today be the day? He's got Claudio Capelli alongside him. He's got Patrick Schauber behind him, and on row 2 of the grid as well, the defending champion, Martin Dubeck. Through the wheel and start zone they go. We are racing again in the NASCAR Euro Series, this time with the open division. Thomas Chrysonis has the inside for the first corner, but Capelli got a good launch. He's around the outside at the first corner. Will he be leading coming out of turn one? Yes, he is. Side by side for third between Patrick Schauber and Martin Dubeck. Jill Linster in fifth. In sixth place in the 24 car there, the sister PK Car Sport machine to Thomas Chrysonis. That's Thomas Dombrowski in the car this season. He made his first appearance with PK towards the end of last year. Of course, previously has been a proponent of the NASCAR Euro Series, but exciting to see him now partnered up with the Belgian team. At the front, though, it is Claudio Remigio Capelli for Academy Alex Caffey Motorsport. He came on really strong at the end of last year. He'll be looking for a championship in 2025 as Dubeck there gets the inside of the number 3, Patrick Schauber, demoted to position there by the champ. Dubeck, who of course won the title back in 2021 as well, was champion again in Euro NASCAR Open, now known as Euro NASCAR Open. Of course, previously it was Euro NASCAR 2. He's a 2-time champion in this division. Jill Linster has gotten around Patrick Schauber as well. That moves him up to 4th place. Linster, the Luxembourg-based driver, had a big part to play in facilitating that collaboration with Retty Jones Racing and Hendricks Motorsport for this year. Retty Jones Racing, who last year ran Noah Gragson to a top 5 in the NASCAR Xfinity Series over in the US. Oh, and I think Linster was a bit close there to the back of Martin Dubeck. That's going to give Schauber the opportunity now to go around the outside at turn 2. Will Linster give him racing room? Yes, he does. And I think Patrick Schauber might be regaining his position around the outside and back up to 4th place. Thomas Dombrowski now getting a little look to the inside of Jill Linster, but not close enough. Behind him, Thomas Tuffel in the new look number 34 car. But of course, Ivan Muller was driving earlier on in the day in the pro race. And behind them, the always formidable Melvin de Groot back in the series. Melvin in the Legend Trophy class this year. That's for over 45s. The age range has been adjusted. There's also a new Masters Trophy class, which is for Grade C drivers. That's effectively pure amateur drivers and those who are in their first season in the NASCAR Euro Series Open Division. So basically an amalgamated rookies and legends situation. They're rookies and amateurs, I should say, and that's the new master class for this year. Claudio Capelli still leading the way overall and in the Legend Trophy for over 45s. The much younger man, Thomas Chrysonis, struggling to find a way past the bearded Italian for the time being. Roof maker by trade, and there was no roof on his results towards the end of last year. However, I think he might lose the lead on this occasion, because here comes Chrysonis to the inside at the first corner. That was a very bold and very committed move. Claudio Capelli, I think, did the right thing there once the nose was ahead of him from Chrysonis. Now Dubeck wants a part to play in this as well, having been released by Schauber on the first lap. The Czech racer Martin Dubeck is hunting for a podium position. Through goes our top 2. I should say top 3. They are all together. I don't think Schauber or Linster will be particularly far behind either. Oh, Capelli may have just cost himself there with a ragged run through turn 6. Side by side through the kink at 7. Dubeck on the inside line. Surely this is going to be an easy pass. Yes, it is. The Orion back car through. And using his rear right quarter panel there to just make sure Capelli couldn't go around the outside coming out of turn 8. Bit of a bump there from Claudio Remigio Capelli. These cars have fenders, why not use them? Of course, bump and run moves usually reserved for a short track like Van Rij in the Netherlands that we'll visit in June, but we occasionally see them on the road courses here in the NASCAR Euro Series as well. It's supposed to be a non-contact sport, Sometimes, though, things get a little out of hand. Patrick Schauber moves up to third position. Is Claudio Remeggio Capelli starting to struggle? That looked a little bit easy there for Patrick Schauber. Looks like Capelli might be struggling a little bit on the straights. He's not got as much speed as Gil Linster as they run towards the first corner. Linster makes the move for fourth position. Capelli has gone from the lead to fifth place in 3-4 laps. That's not good at all. Doesn't bode well for the Academy Alex Caffey car. With the Sharks team graphics on it. Oh, and the tyre's gone down. Claudio Remeggio Capelli's tyre has gone down. I think I saw him locking up a few times, usually on that right front. And we have full course yellow out on the circuit, not for Capelli, but for the stranded number 11 car of Valentino Gambarato, the Illumitec racing car. The marshals managed to push him back out onto the circuit. No need for a safety car, therefore. But a huge heartbreak for Claudio Remeggio Capelli, going from leading to a puncture. The race gets back underway after full course yellow, and it was a good restart there from Linster. He's to the inside of Patrick Schauber. Now, of course, this is for third position. And Linster moves up into the podium positions. Patrick Schauber demoted to fourth place. He's got a car behind him, but that's Valentino Gambarato. He doesn't need to worry about the driver who's a lap down after his gravel excursion. Still side by side between Linster and Schauber. Looks to me as though Linster has the upper hand for the time being. Of course, the Hoosier tyres in both the Pro and the Open divisions have to do qualifying and both races. So maybe those who did fewer laps in quali still have a fresher tyre underneath them at this stage. Often when it feels like maybe there's a sudden imbalance in driver performance, the tyre preservation game turns out to be the reason why. Looks like Schauber and Linster are evenly matched. Back there in fifth place is Melvin de Groot, who's having a good run. He's moved up and past Thomas Toffel. Patrick Schauber and Gil Linster fighting it out for this final podium position at the front of the field. Thomas Chrysonis is absolutely controlling the race. It's not quite been lights to flag for him, and it's not going to be a flag at all for Martin Dubeck. His tyre goes down as well. The right front again. Plenty of left-hand corners on this circuit, of course. Maybe the right's just struggling a little bit. And that knocks Dubeck out of the podium contention. Chrysonis, though, is a race winner for the first time in Euro NASCAR Open. Linster and Schauber end up rounding out the podium. Fourth place, Melvin de Groot caught some penalties, unfortunately, but no such issues for Thomas Chrysonis. Finally, a race winner.
First time winner Thomas Chrysonis, a really good race, but you had to fight a little bit for it. But I've heard something, Alan Day, four-time champion, your coach saying this is just the beginning.
Hopefully it's just the beginning. No, I am sure. As I mentioned also before, thanks to my sponsors, Costa Mare, Dodoni, thanks to the help of Alan, to my team PK, to my personal trainer, to everybody who worked for this project, we have managed to come to the opening race very prepared for this season. So all that I have to say is that winning doesn't come easy. So okay, I made a small mistake with the late braking on the first start. Okay, I will learn, you know. It's a good experience for tomorrow, also for the race of Pro, to know that I need to go even deeper to learn the meters. So yeah, but I don't have anything else to say. I'm lost for words. Like it has been a great Saturday. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, we worked really hard in the last year. Since we started working together, I'm so proud of him. I know how hard he worked in the off-season, so he really deserved that. And like I said, it's just the beginning. We saw the improvement in the Pro. He already finished second in the Pro, which is amazing for us. The PK Car Sport guys did an amazing job. You know, it's as always, I feel like I'm driving the car. But yeah, and it's just the beginning. We look forward for tomorrow. There is still some work to do. We won the victory also in the Pro.
Coach Day satisfied with his student. Thomas Dombrowski wins the new Masters Trophy classification. Melvin de Groot is your winner in Legend Trophy. And the Lady Trophy going to Ariana Casoli. She finished ahead of Happy Nessa. Well, what a day for Thomas Chrysonis. Coach Alan Day very satisfied with his performance. For the first time, he's a winner in NASCAR Open. He's got pole on Sunday in NASCAR Pro. Maybe he could make it happen twice in 2 days. But he'll have to wait, as you all will, for day 2, round 2 of the season at Valencia.